total macro intake for the day. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Jessie. If it's your first time here, I hope you're all doing amazing. I make a couple of videos every single week, so hit that subscribe button if you do want to see more videos from me. So now the housekeeping's out of the way, let's dive into today's video. Today I will be doing a vlog of what I eat in a day, but this time I'm actually going to be on a diet, so I will be counting my calories and also counting my macros, which is short for macronutrients. So I will actually be measuring my protein, fat and carb intake throughout the day. I use this app called MyFitnessPal, and that helps me track exactly what I'm eating throughout the days and how many calories and macros I'm intaking. So currently I'm doing a calorie deficit. Now everyone's body is different. Also depends on your weight, how often you gym as well. So there are plenty of calorie counters online if you wanted to use them, but my numbers have just come from experience. I found that these are the numbers that actually work for me at this point in time. I'm not going to go too in-depth the calculations for these because there are plenty of online videos about these that will teach you step by step. They're really easy to follow. Definitely keep macros in mind if you have a certain goal that you want to reach. Every day is different, so I don't just cook chicken breast and broccoli. I think that is definitely not maintainable, especially for myself, and macros is just an easier way to get to my goal without having to suffer and still be able to eat what I enjoy at the same time. When I am going on a deficit as well, I will also do this thing called intermittent fasting, where I just eat a couple of hours throughout the day and the rest of the day I'll actually fast. My first meal would roughly be at around 11:30 to 12 p.m. and I'll kind of stop eating around 6 to 6:30 p.m. So without any more blubbering on for me, let's get straight into the video. Good morning. So the first thing I'll do every single morning is I'll have a glass of water. I have this bottle next to my bed throughout the whole night just in case I do get thirsty, and as soon as I wake up I'll drink a glass because I feel like it wakes me up on the inside and it just keeps me from being dehydrated. So cheers! And that's it. I'll see you guys for lunch. So for lunch, we'll be having Angus beef sausages. This one is garlic and parsley flavored. One serving is one sausage. We're going to be having 2 servings because one is just not enough protein for me. And there's about 10.5 grams of protein in one, 15.3 grams of fat, which is actually quite high, 1.9 grams of carbs. With my sausages, I'm going to be having 2 boiled eggs and salad. So with the salad, I like to make my own dressing, and I usually just make a week's worth of dressing and I put it in a little jar so that I can store it in the fridge and use it when I need, and it's just a lot more faster for me that way because I guess weekdays for me it's just very fast paced and I like everything to be already prepared and ready to go. So since this one is running out, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my dressing. So this is called the Japanese wafu dressing. It's actually quite similar to what you get in the Japanese restaurants, in the Japanese salads. It's very, very refreshing and quite light and just super convenient when you can store it. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how to make this. Okay, so what you'll be needing is oil. So this needs to be sort of like a neutral flavored oil, like canola oil, vegetable oil. 3 tablespoons of oil, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of sugar, like a dash of black pepper, some sesame seeds, and literally just a tablespoon of minced up onion. So I have this little onion garlic slicer that I got from Kmart, which is like the best thing ever. The 2 boiled eggs have around 12.2 grams of protein, 9.8 grams of fat and 0.4 grams of carbs. I'm barely going to be eating any carbs for lunchtime because I like to save it for fruit, and I need to have fruit every single day, and fruit is quite carby, so I'd rather not have some carbs with my meals and have my fruit. I also have 2 protein shakes throughout the day, and I spread them out because I realized that when I have 2 scoops at a time, it's really hard to swallow, and it's just a lot easier 1 scoop at a time. So the current one that I'm using at the moment is this. Usually I will have one before or after lunch, and then another scoop before or after dinner, depending on how I feel. After lunch and after our protein shake, we are on 5 grams of carbs, 42 grams of fat, and 52 grams of protein. So we're almost halfway there. It's dinner time. So for dinner, we're going to be having Vietnamese spring rolls. So they are rice paper rolls, they're the clear ones, and it's not deep fried or anything. So definitely a lot healthier, it's fresher, and it's made of these. This is the rice paper roll wrap that you can get from Asian groceries. It's quite cheap for a whole bag, and it lasts quite a long time. So there's quite a few in here, and we're going to be eating it with chicken. So chicken, some lettuce. Usually you can wrap vermicelli and whatever into it, but I'm not going to add the vermicelli because I'm cutting out the carbs. And with these, I'm going to be making like a Vietnamese hoisin peanut sauce, and we're going to homemade that. So the sauce is super important in this one because I don't like eating chicken, and there's actually not much flavor in this. So we'll be dipping it in the sauce, and then it tastes really yummy. So I'm going to show you guys how to make the sauce as well. For dinner, we're only going to be eating about 3 or 4 sheets of these, so there's not going to be much protein or fat or carbs in this, and I'm just not really going to count it. For the chicken, we'll be using drumstick fillets. So this is actually a new cut that came into Coles, and I found that this was really nice. It was nice and juicy, definitely a lot better than chicken breast. And I don't really eat chicken breast, but most of the time I get chicken thigh, but this drumstick cut is definitely so much better. So we've been trying to get drumstick cut. Chicken, I definitely need it in every single meal if I am counting macros, because chicken just gives me the protein that I need for each meal, and without chicken it's quite hard to reach my protein intake for the day. Because the drumstick fillets are actually quite a new cut into Coles, it's not entered into MyFitnessPal yet, and I'm not about to enter it, so I'm going to enter it as chicken thigh instead because it is quite similar. There is fat in there, there's protein in there. I have 150 grams of that. So this gives me 36 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 12 grams of fat. Lettuce and greens I'm not going to add into my diary because, once again, lettuce, there's not that much calories. I can normally eat as much as I want with green vegetables. The peanut sauce. 1 tablespoon peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of hoisin sauce, some lime or lemon juice, tiny bit of salt, tiny bit of sugar, garlic, some satay sauce, and 1/4 cup of water. This is the fun part. We're going to actually make our wrap, and I've got a bowl of hot water here. Basically, you just dip a single sheet into the hot water, and then it becomes really soft, and then we put the lettuce and the chicken into it, and we wrap it up. So that is done. We've got our little spring rolls here. There's 3 of them. I've divided everything into 3. And the leftover lettuce, we're just going to sprinkle some dressing that we made earlier. It's like a really light meal. I've got my delicious peanut sesame sauce. It smells so good. I wish you guys could smell this. I did make an extra serving of this peanut sauce because I will be eating it for probably the next 2 or 3 meals. And like I said, I'm pretty busy during the weekdays, so it is super convenient, and you keep it in the fridge for a couple of days and it's fine to eat. Yum, the sauce is everything. It's what gives this the flavor. Because I'm on a diet, I don't normally put a lot of seasoning or anything in it. Everything is just about being fast and efficient, and the sauce makes it super tasty too. Sometimes I'll add other vegetables inside as well, like mushrooms, asparagus. It's really just up to you what you want to wrap in it. So now that dinner's done, we're gonna have another protein shake. Okay, so our last food for the day, we're going to be having some blueberries. I love fruit, so anything that I can substitute for fruit, I'll do it. So yummy. Alright, so our total macro intake for the day, I've eaten 41 grams of carbohydrates, 57 grams of fat, and 109 grams of protein. Protein is pretty much on the dot because I usually like to split 30, 30, 40, so carbs, fat, and protein. But today the fat is a little bit too high because of the sausages that I've eaten. Usually it is roughly on track. That's okay because we don't always get it exactly on the dot. So that is everything that I will be eating today. I'm going to let all of this digest for a couple of hours and we're going to hit the gym. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It really helps me a lot. And feel free to comment. I will always try to reply. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye now. Take care.